Hey, this is John. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mechanical Mastery. In the last episode, we started building all of our machines to automate our first EMC farm, and I think everything is ready. I did make a couple more Stirling dynamos between episodes, so we will get more power. We're going to have a lot of machines running. They won't all run at once, so we could run them off one Stirling dynamo, but it really wouldn't work that well. And we're going to need more later on anyway, so I made a couple more. You can see we're down to 700 EMC, so very low on EMC. I did make a platform over here to put the machines on. I know it looks ugly, but once we get a chisel and building gadgets, we'll work on making this look a little bit better. But for now, I just made it out of cobblestone because why not? I'm noticing I never lit up the platform. It didn't matter when I only had this one, but I could somehow spawn monsters over there if it were dark. So I should probably think about getting some torches and lighting up that as well. So I have enough to make 8 torches. No, I can make one more with this piece of coal. Yeah, we'll just do that real quick too. So I love the lighting changes to 1.18. I can go in the corner of these 13 by 13 platforms, and it is all just fine. So there we go. Yep, we'll go here and light up these things, and then we're going to set up our machines. I still have that backup EMC cube, so I'll be able to use him when I want to kickstart the system. But for now, let's just go try and set it up. So let's go over here. I'm going to go back 1, 2 from the edge there, and we're going to put our redstone furnaces. So here's one of them, and here's the other two. So 1, 2, 3. Let's make sure they are all unconfigured. We're going to have these basic EMC links on the top here. So if we right-click these with an item, it will generate one of that item every second. And then the redstone furnaces can auto-input from the top to pull those in. So I don't want to do that yet because I'm running low on EMC, but I'll show you that in just a minute. So this will take the raw material, put it in here, create ingots for us. Then we need to use our multi-servo presses. So here's 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. We'll output our ingots into our presses, which will make our rods and our gears, for which we need the gear working dies and the rod dies. After we have made the dies, we need to make the actual material. And to do that, we need a sequential fabricator. But we need pipes to pull into that. So we're going to take our pretty pipes and output into this machine. Then this multi-servo press is going to go right over into here. You know, I'm realizing I need power cables too, and I'll put them underneath. I'll put them underneath. That's better anyway. Yeah, I did make a couple layers down on this floor, so shouldn't be a problem to go down a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So sequential fabricator goes into the multi-servo press, and that will compress it into these basic mechanical crystals, which it will then feed back into this basic EMC link, which will turn the basic mechanical crystals back into EMC. All right, so there is the system that we're going to lay out. So let's start by getting some power cables. I'm thinking it might be time to make a better paxel. Okay. All right, so I've got these power cables. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go under there. Under there. And there. Okay. So now we have everything, I think, where it needs to go for power, except we do need to have input somehow. So let's go maybe a little bit over here. we'll put a power cable right there, and we'll put our string dynamos like this. So here, here, and here, and we'll use that to power the machines. So we can actually go ahead and start that, I think. So I've got 15 charcoal blocks, and that means all the machines should now be getting power. Yep, that's all looking good. Okay, let's go ahead and configure them. He needs to input from the top and output to the right, and he needs to be, this is our regular one. So auto input enabled on both sections, and then input, output, auto input on auto on both input and output, input from the top, output to the right. You are just input output. You can't do any automatic stuff. Now you can see the pipes have connected. We need to put these extraction modules in all of them. Because there's only one space block here, we need to tell this one to only extract from the west side, the multi-servo press. Now on this, it's going to be an insert and an output. And you also need this stack limiter. This is going to limit us to a single stack of 2 items each. So we'll get no more than 2 copper rods, 2 aluminum gears, and 2 iron gears. That's how we will limit the use of our EMC. These things will back stuff, but it should be a good enough net gain on this that we go forward and it's okay. We need to make the recipe for this, so we need to get copper rods. They go here and here. We need aluminum gears here and iron gears here. And then we'll check that pattern, and this guy will make my basic mechanical essence, which will need to be auto outputted into the right section, which is the multi-servo press, and then he auto pushes into the basic EMC link. All right, I think that's everything. Let's start the system up and see if it works. We need to get some raw materials. So I need some raw iron, aluminum, and I need copper, which I just have enough of to get one of these each. So we can't actually generate any more of it right now. That's okay though, because I do have this guy. So we now have plenty of EMC to kickstart this. So you need to be the copper one because you are making the rods. So bauxite, iron, copper. Okay, the system starts cooking up the copper, the iron, and the bauxite. We end up with some copper rods. We should be getting, oh, this is supposed to be an output. We will get 2 and no more than 2 copper rods. So eventually, this guy will back stuff with 64 copper rods. This guy will back stuff with 64 copper ingots. So I no longer need to cook copper ingots, at least for a while. This will be my backfilled source of copper ingots. And we will definitely end up with a back stuff because we only need a quarter of the material, or an eighth, whatever. We need 4 times as much iron and aluminum as we do copper to make this work. So, yeah. But it eventually will make gears, and we will end up, so we can press this, yeah, there we go, 8,000 EMC. So you can see we went from like 500 to 8,000, and we used that 8,000 from our last cube to make this. So this is a net gain. And you can see that if we speed him up a little bit, we get 14,000, and then finally we end up with, yeah, that much, 21,000. And even without upgrades or speed increases, this is self-sustaining. The resources that we produce to make this crystal are far less than we get back from the crystals. So we don't have to speed any of this up to get a positive return on EMC. Only thing we're going to have to do is make sure we keep power going. So that is what we'll have to work on next. But everything is going well so far. We now have, effectively, for some amount, unlimited EMC and unlimited resources. So we can be a little less worrisome about pulling things out of our table. So I want to set up the manual machines again as well. And I borrowed a redstone furnace and a multi-servo press for this system. So we're going to have to craft another one of those. So let's go ahead and replace the machines that we took and then reconfigure our automated setup with the pulverizer and redstone furnace. So let's make another redstone furnace, and let's make another multi-servo press. There we go. So we need, let's put this back. We need 2 bricks. We need 1 coil. We need 2 copper gears. And we're going to go ahead and make 2 machine frames, since we're going to make 2 machines right now anyway. We need 1 for this, but there we go. Redstone furnace. Block of iron. We need 2 Constantan gears. That was our 8 we were going to get anyway. We do need to make more bronze. So let's make some bronze. We're going to need 3 copper and 1 tin. All right, so we'll crush up that and that to get some bronze blend. Chuck that into one of our guys. There we go. Okay, and that should let us get our multi-servo press. All right, so that should be all of our machines back over here. So let's start by bringing the power back somewhere over here. I want to have 2 gaps in here. So here's where I think the first machine will end up going. So bring the power over here. And we will go, we'll have the chest, the output chest be right here. We'll have the input pulverizer be right here, and the output redstone furnace be there. And then I'll have another power cable for the multi-servo press. All right, everything should be going okay. We should probably make a 4th one of these, but I'll deal with that later. We're going to have to solve this power problem sooner rather than later. So we should work on that next. But we now should be able to have resources going again. You can tell it's going up, but if we start using these, they're not going to go up. So we need to make sure we have more power than we are actively using. Now, once some of these things back stuff, like this is starting to back stuff, we will be using less power to make these things. So this guy will basically stop running. This guy's already stopped running. And this guy runs only sporadically. This guy runs all the time. But effectively, we will only have 20, 40, 60 RF per tick running at any one time all the time. And that's just 1.5 of these generators. So a 4th one should get us everything we need. But I think, do I have any more charcoal? No, I use it all in the machines. So I would like to solve that power problem without making anything more right now. So why don't we deal with that? I'm thinking that we should make some kind of power cell and place it here, and then we'll fill up the power cell, and then we'll output from there into our machines. So let's go look into the power mod, and I know there is an energy cell from that. I think we'll start with a basic one. This will store 4 million RF. I didn't put my chest over here at the pulverizer. There we go. Okay, and right now though, I like to have a diamond pack. So I want to replace these tools. So I want to take these 4 blocks of diamonds, since I can do that now. I should have enough resources to make enough diamonds for that. In the meantime, let's make that energy cell from power. So right now we need more of these guys. We need more of that. Okay, there's some basic capacitors. We need 2 of these dielectric rods, the vertical kind, a casing, and there we go. Power cell. Alright, so let's go ahead and break this guy. And then we'll put this guy in the center of that. And there we go. We're now putting all of our energy into this, and then we move on. So as soon as everything's full, he will backfill. Let's get a 4th Stirling generator. So let's get another one of those. Okay. We need a redstone flux coil and an iron gear. Okay. I think with 4 of these, we would have enough power to run the system. We can get this charcoal block and have him output. But we're going to run out of fuel pretty soon. This is going to get us 160,000 RF for each of our blocks. So we've got maybe 500,000 RF left to go, something in there. But he is charging up now, so we are producing more than we are using. So all we have to do is get fuel into these guys, and that is everything we have to do. So I think we should make a sawmill. A sawmill can turn oak logs into planks, and we can use the planks as fuel for the Stirling dynamos. So let's get a sawmill. Alright, we're going to need a saw blade. We're going to need a redstone flux coil. And we need another machine frame. There we go, sawmill. I need another EMC link, and that's going to require more Invar plates, I think. Yeah, do I have any more Invar? We don't. Okay, let's get some Invar. There's some iron, and there's a piece of nickel. Let's hammer that down to grit. All right. 3 Invar blend. Okay. Yeah, we only need 2 Invar plates, so 3 is enough. There we go. There is 2 of my Invar. And now I've got my multi-servo press back. We can get our 2 plates. All right. So now we can make the EMC link, and this will generate logs for us. Take a log to get this. So my first thought is to place this right here, put the EMC link above, so he will input from there, and we will auto input. Then we need to have an extraction module, and then we will need a round robin module to pipe all the way around to all of our generators. And that should be fuel. I think we have enough pipes to make that work. So let's see if we can do that. All we need is a round robin module and an extraction module. And it won't keep up unless we make it at least a medium extraction module. So we're going to need, we're out of redstone. So let's get some more of that. I'll just drag a stack of that out of here and put it in the pulverizer. Shouldn't need too much. Here's the diamonds. That's probably enough redstone for now. Alright, so we need some of these blank modules. I need 2 of these. We're missing stone slabs. Here's my round robin module. Here's my blank module. For my low extraction module, I need a piston. And then the medium one just needs some iron. Okay, that should be good. We can now pull out fuel. You can see he's out of fuel. Some of them are still running, but they're mostly all out of fuel now. So we're going to output on the back, and we're going to take these pipes, and I don't want to extract yet. I need to disconnect that from the EMC guy, or he will, actually he can't insert logs, it wouldn't matter, but I like the look of this better. And we'll have to do something about the sawdust eventually, so this will probably not be how this stays forever. Actually, we could put the sawdust in a drawer at the very end of this. That's what we'll do with the sawdust. Okay, that all looks good. So all I need is to put the round robin module and the medium extraction module. Why is he bypassing the first guy? Alright, I kind of thought this would just work, but for some reason it does not. Now they're just cycling around. Alright, I'll have to think of a better fix for this, but this mostly works. Let's just take a stack of this and fill him for now, and I'll figure out a better way to get the sawmill running. We'll just place him somewhere else, like maybe he can go underneath, and then he can pipe out that way. It's just odd that doesn't work there. So, alright, that's wrapping up point for today's episode. We are almost fully automated. If we get the power thing this guy, it will be fully automated, but the rest of these guys are doing just fine. So I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.